To chronicle the history of Wesley College of 1.5 centuries is an absolutely unenviable task, especially when much of the task is shrouded in a zillion shades of grey, and researching is akin to exploring an endless cavern. The story of the Chronicle goes back to 2017 when Principal Avanka Fernando invited casually Jeremy Brohier, myself, Peter Piris, and Ranjiv Senanayaka to the bungalow over a cup of tea to discuss what we could do to celebrate our sesquicentennial, which was around 6 years away. To cut a long story short, it was going to be a magazine, a souvenir, a book, and then we very ambitiously settled for a coffee table book, which entailed a major load of work. That evening, all of us refused to take in charge of the book, and poor Jeremy Brohier, with his experience in doing the Wesley College cricket book years before that, had no choice but to agree to the principal. The result of 6 years of grueling, sleepless nights, hundreds of man hours at the computer, multiple Excel drives is this: pure hard labor. Principal Avanka Fernando, are you happy with the Chronicle of Wesley College?
Absolutely, Kumar. Today I saw the first print of the book, and I'm really thrilled to turn the pages and see how the book looks like. Well, I just want to mention something very important. As you mentioned, you both with Peter and Ranjiva, we met for a cup of tea to discuss how we are going to celebrate our anniversary. And this beautiful idea came, and yes, Jeremy took the initiative of being the editor of the book. I think
we all refused.
Absolutely.
We all flatly refused. No way.
And I think we had several casual meetings, including meeting up for a dinner, just to discuss how we are going to move forward with this. And I think over the past 6 years, there have been a lot of hard work being done behind this. So I think this is the first time ever in the history that we are absorbing the history of Wesley into one book, and that is for the 150th. I think this is going to be, I would say, like the Bible of Wesley. Okay, and I think this will carry a lot of.
So we have not had a document of this nature in the past 1.5 centuries. No. First time all this is
not to my knowledge.
We had magazines, but
we had magazines,
yeah, but not a book. Yes, absolutely. So I think a lot of hard work been done. I need to mention the committee who was working behind. I think there are more members in the team as well, and there were members from different eras as well who wrote certain eras, and the old and the young are in the team, and we are also looking forward.
The senior and the junior, he means.
Yes, and we are looking for the future as well, because end of the day, we are not going to stop from here, because one day for the 175th or the bicentenary, we should have a young team who can take over this project and continue. So my credit goes to Jeremy and the team for taking this project on, and I think on 1st of March, we might be able to launch this, and
we are going to launch
obviously it. And I want to request all the Wesleyites, please grab your copy as soon as possible. There's only limited number of copies available.
1,000 copies, Jeremy?
1,000 copies. Yes.
Jeremy, before you talk, when you had no choice but to say yes to principal on that night, I think in August in 2017, did you ever dream, ever imagine that massive load of work that was going to fall onto your shoulders? Bang, bang, bang.
Actually, I realized, Kumar, sir, I realized that this was going to be a mammoth task. Fortunately for us, I think COVID came in. And during COVID, it gave me a lot of time to do a lot of work at home. Sometimes we don't think that, we always think that there was a negativity about COVID, but there was a positivity where Wesley's Chronicle was concerned. And
we call it the Chronicle. The
Yes.
name came from
Peter Piris.
Peter
Peter Piris suggested it. So that helped a lot in putting things together. I was doing typesetting, I was doing my own articles, and it really helped during that period. That's where bulk of the work was done. And of course, I had to thank my bosses in my office, because I had 2 computers, working on 2 computers, and was putting all this thing together. So that's how I sort of managed this whole, publication.
Jeremy, what were your stress levels like?
Stress levels were extremely high at times. Stress levels were high with you also at times.
And so was mine because of you.
Yes. And with them, some of them at times. But yes, all in all, it's part and parcel of the project. We are mature enough to overcome all those
So
anxieties.
Our team consists of Wesleyites, senior and junior, and of course 2 non-Wesleyites. I need to mention Mr. Varnakula Surya, who's a Wesley College parent who gave of his time, his energy. He went around the Methodist College archives and did a lot of work. And also Susan Brohier, Jeremy's wife, who silently, I call her the unsung hero, who silently supported her husband. She was the wind beneath his wings, and major amount of work. So thank you very much, Mr. Varnakula Surya and Susan, for this massive work being done here. Keep talking, Jeremy.
Yeah,
all yours.
so Mr. Varnakula Surya came into the picture after I met him at Peter's father's memorial service, which was held in the chapel. And he came up to me and introduced himself because I gave the eulogy at that memorial service. And then he introduced himself. And then while talking to him, I realized that he had a lot of knowledge about the history of Wesley. So while we were expanding this project, I thought it would be good to get him also on board, and I spoke to the principal and got his permission to draft him into the committee. So with that, that's how Mr. Varnakula Surya came in to be.
Jeremy, what was the research process like? You had those old magazines and so on to go by, and articles, but where beyond did you go?
Yeah, so I have to thank Mr. Varnakula Surya, my brother Miles also. They went along to the National Archives, they visited the archives. Then Mr. Varnakula Surya visited the church in Dam Street, met the priest there. He then also went to the Methodist archives and unearthed a lot of information. One such thing was actually the trowel that was used to lay the foundation stone in 1905, where he found out, inscribed in the minutes, that the trowel handle, which was out of ebony, had the coat of arms carved on it.
Where is the trowel now?
That trowel, we tried to trace the trowels in so many places, but unfortunately, no. It's not to be found. I do not know where it could be. So that's how Mr. Varnakula Surya did his work. And don't forget, he's 80 years old. So with his age, he has done a lot of work behind the scenes. I have to thank him. And also, I have to also mention my good friend Ivo Maharoof, because when we were scanning the pictures, he volunteered to send his office staff to the school, and it took us almost a day to scan the old pictures. And when I was not happy with some of them, he even sent them to my office and we rescanned the pictures. So I have to thank Ivo here for helping us with the technology to improve the scanning of the pictures, you see. So Ivo played his part. Lakshman Udwara played his part. He's a senior member. Then there was Dilshan Boange, who was brought in, excellent writer himself, and he played his part. Then also there was Krishan Rodrigo, and then
Youngsters.
Joshua Sirivardhana, the younger generation of Wesleyites who had just left school, Muad Razik. Then there was Shehan Salim, who was there. I can't forget him. And then, of course, Ranjiva. All of them contributed towards this publication. And now this is the end result.
If you were to look back, what would be the most significant, unforgettable memory of this journey? Something that you will never, ever forget, apart from me harassing you.
I cannot say for sure, but there was a bit of anxiety more recently. And we all know that. But I think...
Did you give up hope?
I never gave up hope. That is why strategically I called up a meeting. I brought everyone to one table. And that's how everything fell into place. So there was a little bit of anxiety, but we overcame that. And that was what I could remember. The editing part, the proofreading, of course, it's not going to be a flawless book. There would be a few gaps here and there. There could be a few mistakes here and there. But it is for the future historian of Wesley who will fill those gaps, who will make those improvements. Maybe, sir, I would say that he can put it into the 155th year, and rather than calling it the Chronicle, but he may be able to get into the story of Wesley. Maybe a 100-page book for the 155th anniversary, which will give you a beautiful illustrated story of Wesley. That's what my wish and thinking would be for the future.
The cover, it's a beautiful cover here. Jeremy, please elaborate on the cover.
Yes, so this is a painting. This is a painting done by my office colleague, Deepal Abevardhana. I requested him actually to do a painting of this picture which I had given him. It was a photograph, and this was actually to be hung in my house as a personal treasure. But having shown this to the Chronicle committee,
they all said yes, Jeremy.
Everyone
this is the cover.
Said yes, because the original cover was going to be something different. This, I think, has brought in a different dimension and a different outlook. Sir, I don't know. I'm sure you would be happy with the outcome.
You being a keen photographer, an internationally award-winning photographer yourself, your reaction?
Well, I mean, it is totally out from the traditional way. I mean, if you see the painting, it gives the beauty of the college and the first appearance that anybody gets when they enter Wesley. So I think hats off to the artist and brilliant drawing.
And there's a line drawing of college done by.
Yeah, actually, he's a boy who did A levels last year. I think when I saw him one day carrying a huge book, I called him and asked, "Puta, what is this?" And then he showed me his drawing book. Then I quickly thought of why not give this child a opportunity to do something with the 150th anniversary. And then I spoke to Jeremy, and then I wanted him to draw a line drawing of the college building structure. And I think the second page consists of that drawing as you turn the book.
It's a beautiful line drawing done by this boy. This one here. So if I can turn it. So this is the line drawing done by the boy who did his A-levels last year. And
that little scratch on the side is his signature, his autograph.
So it means a lot to him as well. This book is very heavy, Jeremy. It's a couple
of kilos, about 3.5 kilos, I suppose. But that's the Bible of Wesley College, I would say.
So your journey, it's got a lot of sketches, illustrations, and black and white and color photographs. From where do you source all those ancient photographs?
Sometimes when you keep researching in magazines, you research on the internet, you go to other websites, you go to the archives, you stumble upon these things, you see, and then you take immediately a picture of it. Now, if you see, there is a photograph, I think, of the borders of 1919. I don't think anyone has seen it. There is a photograph of the Drama Society of 1929. You think there are foreigners in it?
Yes, I saw that.
So then more recently, I visited the archives myself one day and stumbled upon the plan of Wesley College in 1905. It was not built still. It was called the New Wesley College. So that picture of the plan is also there.
It was an L-shaped building.
L-shaped building.
With the towers.
Yeah. And then very, very recently, that picture too came in as a last minute. Ranjiva sends me a picture of a student's record signed by Henry Highfield, 1924. Even that picture is there.
And his Bible.
His Bible, yes.
From where did that Bible surface? Henry Highfield's Bible.
Yes. Again, there, while stumbling or while going through, it was on Facebook actually. And while going through the Facebook pictures, it was the opening of the Cartman library that was refurbished. I saw, or it was not me actually, my wife, who saw, Jeremy, there is the Henry Highfield Bible in this library. I said, how do you know about it? Then she said, look, this picture, it shows it in the cupboard. I immediately called the principal.
When it was there all these years,
Yeah.
when we were in school,
Yeah.
and we didn't see it,
We didn't see it.
and you didn't see it.
And then principal went up with me and the librarian immediately brought the Bible out. That's how we found out that Henry Highfield's Bible was there.
Some of the information which is shared here, Kumar, Jeremy used to call me like when he gets something, make me surprised. Like, I was like, what, Jeremy? Can you repeat again? From where
Yeah,
you got
you were
it?
in awe, I remember.
Yeah,
at a
so
certain time.
from where you got it, so the information included in this book will also make all the Wesleyites, surprised of what we have produced in the past, or like what we had done in the past. So I think it's going to be an amazing product for all the Wesleyites to grab soon as possible.
So the current Wesleyites are all in the book?
Yes.
The entire school, the
We
entire
have-
teaching staff?
Yes, included.
They're all there.
All are there.
So this will be a fabulous souvenir to all the Wesleyites in college today that you are part of this sesquicentennial. Jeremy, to ask you a negative question for change, anything that we might have missed out in this book? I'm just asking you a random question.
Probably when you read through the book, or someone who knows about the history of Wesley, the older generation, if they read through the book, they might find areas that may be missing. I would think that around the 50s area there was a little bit of a vacuum, but I managed to put certain things together and bring it under one publication. So that's why I said earlier, Kumar, the future historian of Wesley, and I would say I like to have this boy on board. He's also been part of our team.
Muad Razik.
Muad Razik. I in fact told him to try and take photographs of every event that leads up to the 150 years. That's something that I found lacking for the centenary and the 125th anniversary.
We hardly have
We
centenary
hardly had
photographs.
anything.
Hardly.
Had anything for me to put pictures.
One or two, I think, yes.
So we have something, and for him to create a digital archive, especially with the media units in Wesley, and maybe save it on cloud. Any day, even if Muad may be not there, someone has access who is going to do the future history to all these pictures and information. That's something very important. Because we started this without nothing.
Zero. So we believe that Muad Razik will be the future historian of Wesley College, and the current historian is, of course, Jeremy Brohier with all his involvement. And I should not forget our past historian, the late, great
Shelton Pierce.
Peter's father, who did a monumental amount of work when he was in school as a student, as a teacher, all those years. So this is a story continues. We come and we go, but the story goes on. The book is very heavy and has on 100 GSM, right? 822 pages, a very, very heavy piece of creation here. Principal launch is exactly when?
Well, we are launching on 1st of March. However,
Friday, Founders Day.
Founders Day Assembly. In the Assembly, we are going to launch this. And
and where can one buy the book on that day?
So already it's you can purchase it. You can do the pre-ordering for 20,000 rupees, and then I think already the message been gone
all the
across
Wesley College WhatsApp
all social
groups.
media. And after 20th of February, it will be sold at the price of 25,000. And on the day of the Founders Day, you will be able to purchase the physical copy as well.
So anyone coming will be able to buy the book on Founders
Absolutely,
Day.
yes.
Cash or card or both?
Both
Both.
available.
So
yeah.
cash, card, both accepted. So this was your brainchild, which was executed by our modern day historian. What do you want to say to him now?
Well,
As a final
simply
lines?
want to say thank you to Jeremy and the entire team for taking this responsibility. I think it was a major task given to you, but I think we have done the job. Thank you, Jeremy, and the entire team, including you, Kumar. And I think Jeremy mentioned the team members as well. Well, when I was going through the content in certain meetings, I was also really amazed with what Wesley has done in the past. And I think the present generation should know what Wesley means. So thank you, Jeremy, once again. An amazing job done, and hope this will carry forward. And as you mentioned, we will be there, we will not be there, but still Wesley has to exist. And this is the history of Wesley.
Jeremy, thank you very much once again as a team member for a wonderful, wonderful job done. Compiling history is not easy, but you gave it your 101%. Thank you so much.
Just before you end, I would like to once again personally thank the team. Lakshman Uduvara, Dilshan Boange, Mr. Varnakula Surya, Ivo Maharoof, Miles Brohier, Krishan Rodrigo, Joshua Sirivardhana, Muad Radik, Shehan Salim, Kumar de Silva, our energetic principal, and then finally my wife for helping with the secretarial services.
Susan Brohier.
I would also like you to just open this book and just, if they can, just show it, show just a page or two. I think they will get an idea. So this is the current tutorial staff that is at Wesley College, and isn't it colorful and beautiful?
Extremely colorful.
With Highfield's monument behind them. I think it carries a tale or two and a picture. So yeah, this is what these type of pictures you will find in the book.
The Chronicle of Wesley College, we come and we go, but the Chronicle lives on, Wesley College lives on. Ora et labora.